Welcome to the exhibition Patrick Turk, Higher Planes at the Art Museum of Southeast Texas in Beaumont. This is a multimedia exhibition by Houston-based artist Patrick Turk. And as you enter the exhibition space, you're immediately encountered by a shapeshifter creature. This creature is made out of collaged paper, resin, glitter, and also two cameras that act as eyes through the lenses of the creature. And these cameras are feeding to projectors located above the shapeshifter creature, and they're projecting images of what the creature sees. And these images are large in scale, 14 feet wide, and they are composed of concentric circles that display kind of distorted images of whatever the shapeshifter creature sees. So it might be other artwork in the exhibition, it might be people who look at the shapeshifter through his eyes, through the lenses, and there are two projections on either wall, located on either side of the shapeshifter. And in between the projections, to the left of the shapeshifter, is a piece titled Superorganism 2. It's a round wooden box with a lid composed of many, many lenses in varying dimensions. And inside of the box is a collage. In the collage, you can see diagrams from possibly scientific medical books of the inside of the muscular system of a human face. There are snakes, there are frogs, there are butterflies and fish, and they're all intertwined and collaged and overlapping, kind of undulating over one another in varying depths and layers. And the box is also illuminated from the inside with LED lights. And as you walk through the first gallery space with the shapeshifter creature, you see 6 time machines, which are boxes, illuminated boxes, to the left and to the right on either side of the wall. These are boxes about 3 feet high, each of them, again, composed of many different lenses in varying sizes. And each of these time machines displays a different portal into a different time. The first one you see is titled The Time Travel Research Institute Presents 360 million BC to 65 million BC. And in this piece, there are dinosaurs and some other animals. In the second piece, we have the Time Travel Research Institute Presents 2378 to 3700. This piece has a bit more medical diagrams, possibly some surgeries happening, along with other animals, reptilian, bird creatures, again overlapping and collaged together inside of the illuminated box behind the lenses. The third piece is titled The Time Travel Research Institute Presents 2,200,000 BCE to 8,000 BC. This has some cavemen, some cave women doing daily seeming tasks, but again, there's some distortion in the collages happening. So some might have a face overlapped on a different body. They might have an animal creature overlapping another human creature. And there in the top right, there is a moon image spinning with a motor. And when you turn around, make a 180 on the opposing wall in the second gallery space, or the second set of time machines. So if we go over to see those, The first one you'll see on your left is titled "The Time Travel Research Institute Presents 2097 to 2150." And this piece is another illuminated box of the same size with the same lenses, varying sizes. And this has a spinning shape in the center. It's kind of like a retro sun with yellow rays around a red circles. And this we have some kind of retro future humans with caps and kind of ray guns, and some doctors, some other really great bright imagery, bright reds and yellows and blues and greens. And in the middle, we have a piece titled "The Time Travel Research Institute Presents 4.10 to the 35th power seconds to 10 to the 6th power seconds." And this piece kind of begins everything. It's kind of the piece that represents the Big Bang. So there's a lot of abstractness in this piece. There's a lot of glitter in the background. There's some kind of wire cord looking shapes behind the lenses, but it's really hard to see because a lot of the lenses on this piece are smaller, so it make it a little bit blurrier. And the third piece is titled "The Time Travel Research Institute Presents 1804 to 1869. This piece has a lot of images collaged, again, overlapping images of cowboys and Indians and guns, and some repeated natural imagery of clouds and sky, again behind the lenses inside the wooden box illuminated. And if we move into the third gallery space, one of the first installations that you'll see is an installation of 6 pentagon shapes installed in a tessellation style pattern, where 5 pentagons are point side up, kind of arranged in a circle, and 1 pentagon point side down in the center of the installation. And each of these have different collaged images on top of the panel, the pentagon shape. There's flora, fauna, humans. There's a lot of, in the central image, there's a lot of repeated shapes of kind of casts of human faces, all repeated. In the shape to the bottom left, around the edges of the pentagon are images of a woman's face, where pieces of her face have kind of been repeated and placed again on top of the face, so it might look like she has 2 noses, one might be off to the side a little bit, or one eye might be kind of repeated and falling down. There's snakes around the center, and then there's sort of a horned animal image in the center that's repeated. Each of the pentagon shapes has a center kind of central focus point where it seems like the action is either coming from the repeated images in the center or going into the repeated images in the center. And some of the pieces, the central repeated images stick out and kind of in a convex shape, and then some of them it kind of is a concave, they kind of go in. But they're all different depths, between 7 inches deep to 13 inches deep from the wall. So these collages are really layered and powerful. And the piece on the right here, titled "Toil," is this the Sentinel? Sorry, this is the Sentinel on the right here. In the very center, there's a human eyeball, which is really great. And it's kind of enveloped, circled by human faces, images of human faces. And then to the left of this installation is one last light box, a circle shape, about 30 inches in diameter. It's wooden, again with the lenses of varying sizes. And inside this piece, there are LED lights that are slowly and gracefully changing from red to blue to purple to green and kind of everywhere in between. And there's a lot of other kind of organic circles inside of this. And on the inside edges of each of these plastic circles are collaged images. So on the inside of each of the circles, there's some depth and there's images collaged in the center, in the insides of those. And the back is kind of a mirrored, globby surface with some sequins, kind of some sparkle added there. And on the opposite wall, we have two pieces next to each other, and these pieces are titled The Superorganism is the series title. The piece on the left is titled The Superorganism Concrescence, and it is about a 4-foot diameter circle, and it's again a collage on wood panel. And in this piece, in Superorganism Concrescence, we have some human shapes, muscular studies of human faces looking straight on or looking left or looking right, kind of multiplied and creating a shape that starts in the center and kind of moves out towards the right and left. And it's kind of repeated again below. And then all around those faces are kind of an undulating, moving wave of mushrooms and fish and skeletal images, bugs, birds, just a lot of repeated collaged images here. And all of these have a resin-covered surface, and they all actually have kind of an applied sparkle decal, a kind of a what do you call it? Like a glitter, like a crystal. So like a crystalline surface. And the piece to the right is titled The Superorganism Entropy. And in this piece, it's a little bit more chaotic in the pattern. The waves have kind of mixed together a little bit. There are some more snakes that are creating a little bit more of a whirlwind, kind of a more deep collages. The layers kind of become a little bit deeper. And there's a little bit of kind of chaos and destruction sort of in this piece in the imagery. We have some human figures that seem kind of disembodied, possibly, some limbs, some studies, skeletal studies of the inside of bodies, again with animals and plants. And to the right of these pieces is a text titled The Superorganism by Eric Davis. And I know, and this text accompanies these two pieces and is really a great read, and I know it's on Patrick Turk's website, and we'll see if we can make that available as well. And as you exit the space through Gallery 2 and 1, you can see the shape-shifting creature again and the projections on either side of him playing. And then as you exit the space, we have a gallery guide for you and a comment book where people are able to leave their comments. And the gallery guide is available on our website on the exhibition page. A PDF is available of this. And this has a great essay by Eric Davis from San Francisco and has some images of some of the works in the show. So we encourage you to take a look. Thank you for visiting Patrick Turk, Higher Plains. We hope to see you soon at the Art Museum of Southeast Texas in Beaumont.